Well, the inquest into 2 deaths at the North Bay Jail is scheduled to begin September 14th at the North Bay Courthouse. The 3-day investigation will look into the circumstances surrounding the deaths of Adam Kenneth Reed and Joseph Allen Kiss. Both men died while in custody at the jail in November of 2012 and March of 2013, respectively.
Answer the 5 questions about the death. That is, identifying who the deceased was, where they died, when they died, how they died, which is the medical cause of death, and by what means did they die. And in Ontario, we have 5 manners of death. They are homicide, suicide, accident, natural, and undetermined. Those are 5 mandatory questions that the inquest jury must answer. And if possible, and if reasonable, the jury may make recommendations that, if implemented, may prevent deaths in similar circumstances in the future.
Is it common for 2 deaths to be done at the same time in terms of the inquest?
It's not as common as singular death inquests that we do. However, it's not something that we have never done. We have inquested more than 1 death at one time, and the Coroner's Act allows us to do that when people die under very similar circumstances. It's to a certain extent, it's more efficient and perhaps more effective to actually examine both deaths at the same time. So while we don't do it that often, we have done it in the past, and we actually are thinking about doing it more often in the future, just to make the system a lot more efficient.
And the information, when is it expected to be revealed to the public?
Well, the inquest is expected to last 3 days, and it is starting on Monday, September 14. So that's what we're anticipating, and the jury is expected, barring any motions or delays, will be expected to deliver their verdict and recommendations, if they have any, on the 3rd day or perhaps on the 4th day.
The family is waiting for the information. How come this took so long for this inquest to begin?
Inquests do take a certain amount of time to take place. On average, it's about 2 years from the date of death that an inquest will occur. And the reason for that is, of course, is because we have to complete our initial coroner's investigation into the death, and then once the determination is made that an inquest will be held, there's a lot of logistical issues that need to take place. For instance, we need to secure the services of a Crown attorney for the presiding coroner. We have to find a suitable court space. We have to solicit the assistance of a police service for a police investigator in order to interview witnesses. We have to identify witnesses. We have to select a jury. We have to invite parties who may have a direct and substantial interest in the inquest to come and participate. So there's a lot of logistical issues in terms of getting an inquest up and running. It's not as simple as it seems. It is a court process, and there's a lot of machinations behind the scenes.